Hello, good evening everyone. So I am Samit Bhattacharya. I am the instructor for the course Computer Graphics. If you have registered in this course and if you have any queries, you may ask now. In this live session, I will try to answer your queries to the extent possible. So I will be waiting for your questions. If you have any question, please ask. Okay, so there is one question related to exam. So exam will be held as per the announcement made by NPTEL. So you may contact once the dates are nearby. If there is any change, you will be informed. Otherwise, it will be as per schedule mentioned on the course web page. However, if you have any specific question related to exam, you may ask, because exam dates are already fixed. That is sometimes in December. You may check the course web page to see the date. As of now, that date is final. Apart from that, if you have any specific query related to exam, please ask. Okay, so the queries are mostly related to question papers in the exam. So it will be a mix of easy, moderate and hard questions, of course, with weightage assigned to each component. So not all questions will be easy, but also not all questions will be hard. Some will be easy, some will be moderately easy, and some will be hard. And there will be questions asked from your assignments also. Some questions related to assignments also will be asked. So I got many questions related to exam question paper. I will try to answer them one by one. First one is related to the type of the questions, whether it will be theoretical or MCQ based, whether it will be descriptive or MCQ types. So the questions will be MCQ types. There will be no descriptive questions. Then I have another question related to what to study for the exam. So of course this will be like any other course exams. Questions will cover whatever has been taught or whatever will be taught in the remaining lectures. So you have to study those videos, study the notes in the form of transcripts. I strongly recommend you to study the book that I mentioned. That will help you. And if you do all these things, then definitely you will be able to answer all the questions in the exams. As I said, exams will cover the entire thing that will be taught during these 8 weeks of the course. So there will be three types of questions: easy, moderate, and some will be tough. So it is not that everything will be very easy, not that everything will be very tough. Accordingly, you may prepare. There was one question related to how to join in this course. I am afraid it may not be possible now. The dates of enrollments are over. Whatever dates and extended dates were mentioned are already over. But I believe those courses will be available on, those lecture videos will be available on YouTube, so you can go through them, but you may not get the assignments. One question is related to whether there will be text transcripts for the videos. Yes, we are going to provide text transcripts. It is under preparation, so whenever those are ready, it will be shared with all of you. And definitely all the text transcripts for all the lectures will be shared before the exams. So if you have not yet got the transcripts, probably those are under preparation. So soon you will get the transcripts. So you need not worry, you will get. And regarding book, so I am following the book that is mentioned at the end of each video. So if you don't know the name of the book, just see the end of each video. There, at the end of each video, I am showing the details of the book. So you can get the details from there. You can pick up any video and see at the end. Secondly, there are many books on computer graphics. If you see my introductory videos on this course, then you will get to know of those books. However, the contents that I covered in this course are mostly taken from the book that I mentioned at the end of each video. So if you follow that book, it will be easier to correlate. Otherwise, you have to search for the content from in the other books. To get the details of these other books, see the introductory video for this course. One question came related to practical exam. So I would like to inform that there will be no practical exam, only theory. So one request has come for the PPTs that I have used. So we'll see whether PPTs will be beneficial, because in the PPTs many points are not mentioned in details, whereas in the transcripts you will get those details. So if you follow only PPT, then it may not be beneficial. However, if required, we can provide that. So there is question regarding OpenGL. Yes, OpenGL will learn in details in the last week. That means 8th week. There will be dedicated lecture on OpenGL, including how to write programs using OpenGL with an example program. So there will be some introductory idea given in that lecture on OpenGL. That will be in the last week of this course. So Sheetal asked where she can watch the introductory video. So it is in the first page of this course. There is one 5-minute introductory video, not the first lecture, 5-minute introductory video on this course. If you watch this, you will get to know of the other books that are available. Otherwise also you can send an email posting this as a query if you are unable to find that video, and we will send you the list of the books. To get certificate at the end of the course, so you have to enroll for exam, you have to appear in the exam, and there is some rule. So if you go to this front page, the first page of this course in the website, so there these conditions are clearly mentioned about who are eligible to get the certificate. So you have to register for the examination, you have to appear in the exam, and you have to score above some cutoff to get the certificate. So in the certificate, eligibility includes some cutoff in assignment performance as well. So you have to regularly submit assignments and get scores above some cutoff. All of these details are mentioned on the first page in the website. So there is one question related to pattern of tests. I have already clarified. Tests will be MCQ type with different levels of difficulties, easy, medium and hard. And some questions will be based on the assignment questions as well. So you should prepare accordingly. One question is on the prerequisites for this course. So there is no prerequisite as such. I tried to keep it as simple as possible. So if you know basic idea of mathematics, like vectors or simple linear equations, those are sufficient. Some programming concepts will be taught towards the end of this course in the 8th week. So if you have some background in C programming, then it will be easier for you to understand. But of course, as I said, no advanced knowledge in programming is required. In addition, if you have some idea of what is an algorithm, how an algorithm works, basic structure of an algorithm, then that is helpful, but that is not necessarily required. So whatever I taught, I tried to keep it as simple as possible so that too much background knowledge is required, not required. Someone asked about the formula in CG. There are many formulae in CG, whether all of them are important. Of course, they are important, that is why I am covering them, so you should be aware of those formulae. One question is related to the importance of this course in cyber information. MSc cyber information. Well, I am not sure what you have in that course, cyber information. So it may not be possible for me to directly answer this question, but if it includes basic knowledge of computer science and engineering, then definitely computer graphics would be useful. Another question is related to the relevancy of this course to NET exam. Unfortunately, I have not designed this course for NET exam. So it is difficult to say whether the knowledge you gained after attending this course will be relevant for NET exam. You may try to find out on your own, but when I designed this course, it was not designed for clearing NET exam. Someone asked about, can we get a walkthrough of the course? That is already given in introductory lectures. The lecture 1, first week lectures. If you go through them again, you will get to know what will be covered in this course. A walkthrough is already given there. So please go through those lectures again. Another question is related to, again, exam. So whether there will be algorithm based questions in this exam. See, those are minute details about the exam. So typically we cannot divulge so much detail about the exam. So I am sorry, I cannot directly tell you whether there will be such questions or not. But broadly, as I said, it will cover whatever we have covered in those 32 lectures over the period of 8 weeks. Specific questions or nature of the questions cannot be answered as of now. But in general, you may like to know that there will be MCQ type questions only and different degree of hardness will be there in the questions, easy, medium and hard. So another question came, will this course be enough for computer graphics? Yes, this is meant for an introductory level idea of computer graphics. So if you go through this course, you will have enough introductory knowledge about this subject. But of course, since it is meant for introductory level knowledge, I have not gone into the details of many topics which requires some prerequisites as well as in-depth understanding of some other related areas. So those details are not part of it, and we will not cover those. Otherwise, it is good enough whatever has been taught in this course or will be taught in this course is good enough for an introductory level idea of computer graphics. Ishita Lamba asked whether this is a learn at your own pace course. All video courses are actually meant for that. Of course, there is a duration of 8 weeks, but those videos are always available. So even after the course is not there, you can still access the videos, or if you can download, so those videos will be with you. So you can always learn at your own pace. But of course, during this duration, the scheduled duration, we will upload assignments, we will evaluate assignments, which will not be there if it is outside this duration. So that evaluation component will be missing. Otherwise, if you want to learn at your own pace, you can always do so. So there are two questions again related to exams. How many MCQs will be there and each for how many marks? Second question is how much time given to complete the exam. So first question, how many MCQs and for each for how many marks? That I cannot tell as of now. It's not yet finalized. But overall duration will be between 2 to 3 hours, most probably 2.5 hours. So many questions are there. So if I missed some questions, please repost it so that I can have the opportunity to answer it. Another question is, paper will be of how many marks? So total marks will be 100. So the exam will be conducted out of 100. One question is, the marks of paper are not finalized by Shivani Tandon. No, what I wanted to convey is that each question carry how much mark, that I cannot tell you now. Total marks will be 100. And another question is whether assignment marks will be part of this 100 or not. Assignment marks will be separately considered. So this 100 marks is only for the final exam. Can we enroll for this course in future? If there is a rerun of this course, if NPTEL allows a rerun of this course, then of course you can enroll. But now the enrollment period is over. Enrollment window is over. So now you cannot enroll. But in future, if there is a rerun, you can definitely enroll. See how the exam will be conducted, that is still not finalized. So whether it will be in online mode or offline mode, those things are not yet finalized. Depending on the situation, a decision will be made, and accordingly all of those who have registered in this course will be informed. Right now I cannot say whether it will be in online mode or whether video needs to be kept on. So all these things are not yet decided. So another question is related to whether there will be negative marking. No, there will be no negative marking. To Manjiri Kumawat, as I said, there will be no negative marking. Meanwhile, I would just like to clarify on few questions which I got earlier. So one question I got was, what are the easy and hard projects related to computer graphics? Of course, this is a very vague question. Easy and hardness depends on your level of knowledge, expertise in many things. So if you, and also what is the potential application that you have in mind, depending on that only we will be able to answer. So unless I know the background, it will be difficult to answer. But towards the end of this course, in the 8th week, I have explained a simple program using OpenGL to render very simple geometric shapes. Those may be considered as easy projects, drawing simple geometric shapes, whereas if you are trying to create a virtual tour of something in 3D, that may be considered to be hard to some. But again, I am saying that this may not be hard with others who knows many things about those things. So it is difficult to tell what is easy and what is hard unless it is clear what is the background knowledge you have. Somebody asked what is the career in computer graphics. It is already mentioned in the course web page, front page, that this knowledge is helpful in building applications where some sort of display is involved, primarily in consumer electronics and interactive computing systems. There, this type of knowledge is helpful. So, if you know of this computer graphics, then it will be easier for you to work in those companies who deal with consumer electronics or interactive computing systems like Apple, Microsoft, Google, Samsung. One question is related to what should be our stepwise approach for designing efficient game engines that can run on low-end machines, more precisely in Pentium i3 and 2 GB of RAM. This is a very specific question. Of course, this is difficult to answer because it does not involve only computer graphics, it involves many other things. So if game involves highly complex scenes, then if you are trying to implement it on Pentium i3 and 2 GB of RAM, it may not give you good performance. But if your game involves dealing with simple shapes without much color, then it may be possible. So, what is the nature of your game? Unless that is clear, this question is difficult to answer. Because as you know, there is a wide variety of games possible, ranging from very simple games to very complex advanced 3D games. One question is related to, are we going to have any practical demonstration of the stages of pipeline? Yes, in the last week I will introduce how the pipeline stages are implemented in a system, both from the point of view of hardware as well as software. As I said, exam day as of now is fixed on that particular date that is being shown on the web page. If there is any change, you will get to know of the new date as soon as there is any change. A mail will be sent to all those who have registered for this course. And there will be no practical exam, as I mentioned earlier. I hope I have covered the questions that have been posted so far. If I missed any question, please repost it so that it is visible to me. Yes, so there will be another live session sometimes in the next month, I think. So that time also you can post whatever queries you have. So I did not understand. I have not understood this question. How many attempts are there? Can you elaborate what you mean by that? Attempts in what? Exam? Please elaborate on this question. How many attempts are there? What do you mean by attempts? Is it related to attempts in exam? I think there is only one attempt. So if you fail, there is no concept of failing, but you have to get marks above certain threshold to earn a certificate. Otherwise, you will not get any certificate. So, only one exam will be taken, and there you have to score these marks above this threshold. I hope that clarifies your query. Yes, if you don't have any query, you may leave. Thank you, Shivani. Almost done. It's over. No, but we still have some more time left. No, we can. Sure, Sanjeev. Thank you very much for your participation. Hope I managed to answer all your queries to your satisfaction. You can ask if any other queries are there. Post. So those who are still there, I would like to request them to quickly post your queries if you have any, as we are nearing the end of this live session. So in another 5 minutes, we will close our session. So please post if you have further queries as soon as possible. So I don't think there is any more queries. So in that case, we would like to close this session. But as I said earlier, so we will have another live session where you can always come and participate and post your queries. Also, if you have queries to send in between, you can always send an email to the appropriate address where your queries will be answered. Thank you all for your participation. I hope I managed to answer all your queries satisfactorily. Thank you.